You're on the phone. You're on the phone. You're on the phone with Amanda and Ash. Did you say Ash?
I said Ash.
Oh.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes. Wait, was that you doing the voice or did it start recording already?
No, it started recording.
I thought you were doing it as a bit.
Thank you for thinking that I could do that kind of voice.
I don't know. I thought maybe you I know you've been wanting to act again, so I thought maybe you were like, I'm going to start with voice.
This call is being recorded.
See, that was good.
Was that good?
So good. Yeah, holy shit.
Should I be the new Siri?
This call is being recorded. I mean, I'm a man, so that's different, but I feel like that wasn't that bad.
No, that wasn't bad. This call is being recorded to turn you in to the government. Bye.
Ah, damn.
No, just kidding. That got too real.
Why you gotta make it dark so quick?
That got too real.
I think this is supposed to be a light-hearted podcast that you can listen to while you're doing your chores or your laundry or on your drive home. I don't think it's supposed to remind you of the imminent collapse of society.
Fair, but the imminent collapse of society is all around us. And if we ignore it, are we then contributing to the imminent collapse of society?
How about for the 45 minutes of this podcast, we not worry about the imminent collapse of society?
Okay, everybody, take your mind off of the imminent collapse of society.
Let's think about other things. Speaking of, hi everyone, and welcome to the second episode of On Your Phone with Amanda and Ash, a podcast where we are on the phone and you're listening in.
It's with Amanda and Ash, and also featuring a leaf blower that you might be able to hear outside.
Oh, what do I have featuring? Can you hear the essence of the two cats that I have laying on me?
Can I hear it? Yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
Can I feel it? More so.
We were thinking we should do a video version of this podcast, and then we thought, no, people will be able to feel what we want them to feel without seeing our faces.
We're writers, so we're going to use our words to really paint a picture for
words. We're not actors first. We can also act, and if you want us to act, please hire us.
Yeah, but cast us in anything.
Yep, but anything? Would you do like a hemorrhoid commercial? Like a Friends? There's worse commercials than hemorrhoid commercials now. What did I see one for like chronic something with bowels? And I was like, this poor girl. I always think about those actors.
They're like IBS or something?
Yeah, no, it was worse than IBS. It was like something that I was like, oh man. Oh, it was one for like the commercial, the color of the brand must be purple because it was one where the girl is like her constant bowel movement or whatever is like stopping her from, it's basically like prescription Miralax or something. And I was like, this poor woman.
What is her bowel movement stopping her from doing? From
like skateboarding and from like going to parties and stuff. Just everyday life stuff that they show in commercials.
As a neurodivergent queer girly with a sensitive tummy, I get it.
Yeah, you want to skateboard too.
I do, but my bowels, they get in the way.
Maybe we can get whatever company that is to sponsor us.
Look, I would love to learn to skateboard. And that's not even a joke. That's literally on my bucket list.
Aren't you worried about your wrists? I'm too worried. We're too old. Our wrists have become too delicate. We're just going to fall and break something.
That's why I haven't done it yet. I feel like I need to go to the gym and work out so that my bones don't break as easily.
But is that going to make your bones denser?
Okay, I think it was you who once told me that you heard from a chiropractor that if you are not muscular, if you're fit,
yeah,
your muscles will protect your bones better than if you don't have like good muscles.
That sounds right, and it sounds like, well, what it does, your muscles keep your limbs in place too, so you're less likely to sprain stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I forgot it does this random noise to remind us that it's recording.
Correct.
But I will say, people quote me for things that I don't know if I've said or not. Like Quinta on Good Hang quoted me about something for AI that was not something that I said. We did have a conversation about AI, but she just attributed a quote to my cousin, and Amy Poehler was like, I don't know if that's real. Oh man, which by the way, I was just watching / listening to Good Hang, and it is so good. I was listening to the Paul Rudd one. Have you seen that one yet? Or
Yeah,
heard
I
it?
listened to that one. That one was super fun.
Fucking John Hamm in a hot air balloon, so funny.
So I didn't watch it. I want to go back and see what that visual is. I was just listening to it.
Yeah, the problem is I was listening in my car. There's a whole bit for our listeners on Amy Poehler's podcast. She's going to talk to Paul Rudd, and she asks people beforehand who know them to talk. And this time it's John Hamm. But John Hamm is literally on the set of a movie scene where he's in a tuxedo in a hot air balloon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a funny bit. And it's amazing. So you haven't seen it yet?
No. I rarely watch it, although today they released an episode with Mike Schur that's talking about Philly Justice.
Wait, is Philly Justice on it yet?
Yes. The trailer for Philly Justice is on it. And for those who don't know, I like talking about another podcast on our podcast.
Our podcast is just recapping what happened on Amy Poehler's podcast. It's called The Good Hangout.
Yeah, there it is.
Where we discuss Good Hang.
On the phone with the Good Hang. The Good Hang on the phone. For those who are unfamiliar, during Parks and Rec, they Adam Scott, Amy Poehler, Kathryn Hahn, Rashida Jones all took a picture together on these like steps. I don't know if they were court steps or if they were the steps up to Pawnee City Hall.
Pasadena, yeah, which is the Pasadena courthouse.
Yeah.
Or City Hall.
And they were like, oh, this looks like it could be like a lawyer drama that they named Philly Justice. But I guess
the writers actually wrote an episode?
It's like a trailer.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
It's a trailer. It's really funny. So the writers wrote a trailer and they filmed it. Because I guess I feel like probably around the time they filmed that, when was Leslie running for? So this was probably season 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably a well-oiled enough machine. Because I remember one of the things I remember from the Modern Family documentary is that they were like, yeah, once you get like these mockumentaries, you're in and out. Like the hours are very minimal.
Oh yeah, and I think I worked with on one of my episodes of Home Economics. Our AD was the AD on Modern Family for like 11 years.
Oh,
and she
shit.
was like, oh, we were out. That was the most lax schedule for the cast, or like the easiest schedule. And they were out. They would do like one take and they would be out by like 2:30 sometimes. So the actors would and the schedule got crazier and crazier as they got more and more famous, because certain actors would be like, I don't work on Tuesdays.
Oh, sure.
Crazy.
So that being said, and also from my one experience of filming a pilot in that format, we filmed 18 pages in 2 days.
Yeah.
Like we had space reserved for 2.5 days and we didn't need that half day.
Yeah, because it's like, well, is it because you don't have to like turn the camera around and get as many lighting setups and stuff? You're just shooting multicam to camera.
Like, we just lit the whole thing and then we just had 2 different cameras catching everything.
Ah, fun times.
So that being said, I am assuming that by that time on Parks and Rec, they had the time to actually just like film that.
Oh yeah, they all knew their characters. They all I'm sure. Well, being on set takes a lot longer than people think. Like when I first got onto legit TV sets, I was like, oh my God, we are spending like a whole day shooting like a 6-person scene that's 2 pages long.
That's a nightmare for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could never.
I know. I'm like too used to just like the run and gun. We're doing it in 3 takes.
You are notorious for being like, hey, I wrote a 15-page short. I'm going to shoot it this afternoon.
Yeah.
Like, or
It's fine.
like,
We can do it in a day and a half.
yeah, it's always like, we can do it in a day and a half. There's 6 locations.
Yeah, because my brain is like 10 pages. That's a day of shooting. And that is not how the rest of the industry works at all.
The Hollywood standard for the listener is like 2 to 3 pages in one day. And Amanda shoots 5 times that much. Oh my God.
Look, I'm editing it, so I know what take I'm going to use.
That's true. That is nice. Do you feel like editing, well, you started directing more. Do you feel like being an editor has helped you?
Well, yes, because I can go in, and I mean, it makes shooting quicker because I can go into my head as I'm editing and being like, you know what, we don't need this shot. I'm not gonna put this in it anyway.
I'm picturing That's So Raven, but inside is like Premiere Pro.
Just the zoom into my eye. Yeah, and it's just Premiere. Jesus Christ.
With the timeline and everything, and there are your sequences. Oh, that's so funny.
Man, this episode is super niche up top.
You know what? I was thinking about this because I was like ready to talk about Pokemon, and I was like, uh-oh, it might get too niche talking about Pokemon, but
we went into
our podcast. This is our podcast. I'm going to assume that the people who are listening are people like us who like a little bit of everything. They like a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of hyper focus.
Yeah.
A little bit of whatever we talk about.
Look, we got some things we could talk about. We could talk about Pokemon. We could talk about the WNBA.
Yeah, I have that. I started writing a list of, even though I said we shouldn't write lists of things we could talk about, those were on it. Costco was on it.
Oh wow. I can tell you the fun fact that I learned yesterday while doing research for a script.
About what? A fun fact about what? About Costco?
No, just in general.
That's just on your list. Okay,
just
tell me.
General fun fact.
Wait, I want to know now.
Are you high?
No,
I didn't take an edible. So
no, I'm drinking a beer.
Oh, okay, boy dinner, right?
But yeah, boy dinner. Which, by the way, I think boy dinner is just beer plus anything.
Okay, so it's not just beer and cereal, which is what you're currently having.
Yeah, I had beer and cereal. Kachi had cereal with me.
Did you pour the beer into the cereal?
No, because I eat I wouldn't do that because cereal and beer, but B, because I eat my cereal dry.
Oh.
I never have it with milk.
I didn't think you ate. I've seen you do that with like, not Fruit Loops. Apple
Captain
Jacks.
Crunch? Oh, Apple Jacks. That was my hyper-focused high food for a long time.
I didn't realize that you ate all cereal like that. I knew that you ate some as a snack.
No, well, that's the thing that I love about cereal. It's a great snack when you want something sweet, but you don't want to just like eat candy straight up. Fair. The reason I do that though is because I'm lactose intolerant, and when I was growing up, we did not have the fancy alternative milk. So there was like a weird, like thick soy milk, and that's about it.
I truly didn't even think about that, even though I know you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Yeah, well, sometimes I pretend not to be so that I can indulge in whatever I want, aka McFlurry.
I don't think you're alone. I feel like lactose intolerant folks are like the most masochistic people. But you know what? I get it. Dairy's delicious.
Dairy is so good. And it's like, luckily, I can have a fair amount of cheese and I can have Greek yogurt. But if I cannot have any kind of, and like not a sip of whole milk.
Oh, fair. But where does it land on froyo versus ice cream?
I can do some froyo. Ice cream cannot. I can do half and half, weirdly. Which, okay.
My question is, if you eat any of these things, can you then go skateboarding?
I can't, which is why I need insert drug name for future sponsorship. Wow, that was seamless, man. Great job.
Thank you. That's what we like to call a callback.
Yes. Oh, People are getting so much already in this episode. Okay, I was about to say riddle me this about half and half. Why is there 1% milk, 2% milk, half, we go to 50%, and then whole? And then I found out half and half, I think, is 10% milk. I don't fucking Can you tell me, do you know anything about milk?
I do not.
What?
I don't even know what half and half is. I wasn't even sure if it was milk because, like, I confuse half and half with creamer. What's creamer?
Well, half and half, some people call it creamer, but then there's heavy cream, and then there's whipping cream. I don't know. This is your culture, Demand. You got to know about
as a white
milk
person?
as a white person.
Okay.
Yes. Correct.
I mean, heavy cream and whipping cream are not something that you would put in coffee.
No,
you could.
Some people do. Some people put liquid. There's a liquid version of heavy cream that you use for some recipes.
There's like condensed milk that some people like to use.
Oh, I love condensed milk.
Which
and
I don't even know.
Evaporated milk.
Oh, right. Yeah. Truly don't understand what any of these things are, the difference between any of them.
Also, what? Why would you have an evaporated liquid that you sell?
How is it evaporated if it's a liquid?
Like, what is going on with Big Milk, you know?
Is it all just the same thing, but they're putting different labels on it?
No, I can tell you that that's a firm no, because some of them hurt my tummy and some don't.
Fair enough.
So that's I guess we solved that mystery. Case closed.
I will say that, and I never participated in this. Thankfully. But in high school, when we would, after like rehearsals or after plays, because I was a theater kid, we would go to a diner and my friends would do creamer shots where they would just...
What?
Yeah, because creamer's on the table, obviously, in any diner, and they would just take the lid off and shoot it. And I don't know why, and I never did it.
What? On every fact that I learn about theater people, A, is against my will, and B is truly makes no sense to me. Can you please explain to me? I need people to understand the context, because whenever Amanda talks about her theater days, it's like the equivalent of, I never saw, is it American Pie, or what's the one where they're like, well, this one time at band camp?
Yeah, that's American Pie.
Yeah, that's what it feels like when you talk about theater, and then it's followed by the most outrageous sentence. And so far, what I understand about theater kids is that they love to sing and they're horny as fuck.
Correct.
Okay, tell them about the neck biting.
Oh. For some reason, in the community theater that I went and did during the summer, in Cleveland, Ohio, it's called Near West Theater, if you're from the area. They had a teen show in the summer, and for some reason, those teens love to just bite necks. It was like literally something you would walk in on, and they were in the stairway, and just like people were biting each other's necks.
What?
For funsies?
Like they weren't making, was it sexual? Was it on the way to making out? I don't understand.
No, I think it was just seeing who would leave a mark. And it was sexual in that everything a theater teen does is inherently sexual.
Including monologues, songs, chorus.
Correct.
Why are theater teens so horny?
You ask an intriguing question. I think
I'm genuinely curious. Like, what's your theory on this?
Well, you take a group of teens who are pretty horny as it is.
Yeah, teens are horny.
Teens are horny.
What is it specifically about theater teens and maybe the crossover of band teens that makes them particularly horny?
You're being so you're being encouraged to express yourself. You're playing anyway. I will say that specific community theater and the director did have a tendency to make everything be like a sexual awakening.
What? Wait, what? Were you guys teenagers? What?
Yeah, like they're
Ew.
we did Oklahoma, and then there's like a line in H0rny's song. There was something in Oklahoma, because I was actually in that production and not just like behind backstage,
Mm-hmm.
where he was like, yes, this is like a sexual awakening, this whole show. And we were like, oh, okay.
Literally, okay, Oklahoma. Wait, Oklahoma is the sexual awakening?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Like Surrey with a fringe on top? Do we need to report this man doing children's community theater?
Here's the thing. First of all, it was teen.
Oh, teen. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, man.
Look, was I the all ages show was Sweet Charity one year, which, if you're not familiar, is about like a was she was she a stripper or a
harlot
with a heart of gold? Because I was in it and I got to sing "Hey Big Spender."
Oh, that's where that's from?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I just remember being in it because we were all like doing chair choreography. And so it was like me, the 17-year-old, doing like sexy choreography next to like a 50-year-old woman doing the same thing.
Did you say, okay, I maintain that you need to make a show about theater because everything I learned is insane.
Oh, I have a pilot I'm writing.
Did you say share choreography or chair choreography?
Chair.
That makes more sense. As in Britney Spears' Stronger music video, not as in Wagon Wheel Watusi.
Yeah. Snap out of it.
Snap out of it. Sam Star.
But there was definitely a point where as I was doing that, my family had come to see it, and my brother turned to my mom and was like, "Why did you let her do this?"
I get your theory of like you're being encouraged to be an adult and to like maybe play above your level of where you actually are developmentally.
Yeah.
And most shows and plays at the core, even action movies, are about love and love stories. So
I mean,
I could see how that accelerates your sense of I'm an adult.
Yeah, I mean, to quote my college professor, theater is about sex and death. So we're gonna explore one of those things at some point.
Interesting.
But I mean, yeah, everybody just wants to like. I mean, it's such a weird age anyway. As a teen, you're trying to get the attention of people as it is.
Yeah.
And so you end up.
When you said people biting each other's necks in the hallway, I had this visceral reaction of just like, ugh, youth. Like youths. When we went swimming the other day and we came out, Amanda and I have taken up swimming recently for exercise, and we came out and there was a bunch of like children just existing. They were like 15 or 16. I was like, we need to leave.
Yeah, because they were like pushing each other around in a shopping cart.
Shopping cart. And it's like, that's stolen property. Return that.
I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
Just kidding. A cab.
As you get older, you're just like, oh my God, I cannot with these youths. And they're loud and they're always screaming and flirting. You know?
Sometimes both.
And that's what theater is.
Screaming and flirting. Yeah, I agree.
Can you okay, so there's this thing where for people who are theater or for people who aren't theater people like me, and I would say most of the population.
Wow.
When you find out someone is a theater kid though, so many things click into place. Can you explain like what that means to the population who, like, I'm sure most people listening have friends who are theater kids or have encountered that, but like, what is it about a theater kid that you feel like unites you guys besides the horniness?
Well, when I say theater kid, I'm talking primarily from the actor's point of view, Because there are like the tech theater kids who like also have their own identity that's very specific.
Oh, this is like Anna versus Maya in season 2 of Pen 15.
Right, exactly. Oh my god, wait, that fucking episode is incredible.
Was that just like a theater nerd's like I've been seen?
Yes. 1,000%.
My perception of that was that the actors are really like into themselves and much louder, and that the tech people are like trying to take their job seriously, and these like youth stupid actors are not.
Yeah, that can definitely be one way of it. I mean, it's like you've acted before. You know the
Yeah.
high that you feel when you get like a laugh on stage.
Oh yeah. See, but I haven't done stage acting.
But you
I only know that high just from like, I guess like in New Guy Tries we do like a Q and
yeah, I
A
was gonna
and
say
stuff.
you guys you get a little bit of that. It's a little stand-up-y.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a high. I mean, getting a laugh in general is a high for me.
Yeah,
And I become an unhinged person just chasing the laugh.
exactly. And I feel like that's especially if you get that high when you're a teen, you
Mm,
become one of those people who's like on all the
uh,
time. You just don't know
like
how to
Leah
regulate
Michelle.
that. Like who? Leah Michelle.
Leah Michelle.
By the way, can we talk about how Leah Michelle went out to a podcast and had to
Yes.
and debunked the fact that she couldn't read?
But then she was like pre-debunking people being like, she's gonna say that she read the podcast before or she read the cards beforehand.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love I who's the host of that? It's the guy who does like the funny bits on TikTok.
Yeah, and he's on
Uh,
this season of Hacks too, which I was like, good for you,
oh,
dude.
amazing. Um, but I love that he was trying to explain to Leah Michelle also that like it's just such a camp thing. Like it at this point it's a campy joke that Leah Michelle can't read.
It's truly just the most fun meme. It's
Yeah,
like
it is.
it's like my favorite conspiracy theory that there are multiple Melanias.
Oh, my favorite conspiracy theory, well, but it kind of creeps me out, is that Avril Lavigne is dead.
Oh, and I feel like she's talked about that too.
Oh, Avril has?
Yes.
Oh, look at everybody debunking their conspiracy. Wasn't there one that Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey?
I have heard that one. I don't know.
The
Katy
thing
Perry's still
that's
floating in
dangerous
space.
about a conspiracy theory is that if I look into any of them for too long, I will believe them. I'm just too susceptible.
Oh, sure. Oh, wait. Do you
What?
think that you would fall into a cult?
Oh, 100%. Have we
Oh,
not talked about this before?
I don't think so.
Wait, 100%. The one that I would have joined immediately was Nixium because I
Really?
love volleyball.
Yeah.
And I also like that one was very like how to the thing about cults is that so many of them, the first stages are basically just like self-improvement and community,
Yeah.
which they're I would say it's like there's a reason that that genre is so popular, that self-improvement like always is on the sellers list because people want to better themselves.
Yeah.
And so all these cults very smartly are like, hey, is your life not going the way you want? Do you want to maximize or optimize? And I like am such a sucker for that shit. And then throw in a slightly like G-list celebrity from Smallville, I would have joined in a second.
I can imagine you being like playing volleyball and trying to impress her.
Literally, literally. The only thing that would have stopped me is that as soon as it becomes about a man, I would have been like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But if the cult leader was a woman, and especially like a middle-aged hot woman,
Yeah.
I would ride till dawn.
I honestly feel pretty similarly that like I'm like there are some people who could probably trap me into a cult pretty easily.
What would have to be the like get you into the door offer? Because you know, like Amway or whatever, they're like, here you get a pink Cadillac, or you get a. What would be the thing that you're like? Okay, that actually sounds interesting to me.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of any of the cults that I've because I feel like I have watched a lot of documentaries on cults recently,
Yeah.
and none of them would really.
You're not into God or spiritual stuff, so
Yeah,
that
so
wouldn't
that's
get you.
yeah, that's the problem. I mean, some people do say that improv is a cult, and I've fallen into
Uh,
that one. So
I was
I've
gonna say I could get you to join a cult so easily. I would be like, you can have a black magic camera if
oh
you,
fuck.
yeah. It's like an, I mean, not so much like a cult in term. I feel like I would get more into an ideological cult. I could get you so easily into an MLM that's about like the movie business.
Possibly, although I really am a terrible salesperson, and I know that about myself.
Oh,
So
yeah, but I could sell to you to get you to join.
yeah, and then I would just be shit at selling to other people.
All I would have to say is like, if you do this, you can fund your own short film,
Ah,
and
fuck.
you'd be like, okay.
Who is Fiona asked me this
Yeah.
uh like a couple of weeks into dating, honestly. Who is your how did she describe it? Your like cult escape buddy. Who's the person that you're gonna call to get you out of the cult even if you resist? Who's gonna be the one to talk sense to you?
Oh, like who could convince me?
Yeah, to leave and that it's a cult and that wouldn't be like offended if you get like, lashed out at them for trying to.
Oh, my first instinct is Quinta, because
Oh
if
my
Quinta
god.
tells me to do anything, I'm like, oh wait, okay, yes, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
But I do think you and Kirsten could, like, if the group chat was group chatting,
Yeah.
I think I would maybe resist a little bit more, because the problem is I also just enjoy arguing for arguing's sake. Like, I enjoy a good debate.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you guys would be telling me points about stuff, and I would be like, I'm not sure, or well, have you thought about this? But if Quinta told me, I would be like, oh, Quinta's right.
Yeah.
Who's your eject button for a cult?
I said Kirsten because
Yeah,
I feel like
Kirsten's.
you and I would be in the cult together. I feel like we
Oh,
would be terrible.
the thing is, Kirsten is gonna have to get us out of a cult together
Should
that
we
we
tr-
join.
should we try to call her?
Well, we haven't tested this feature. We need to test that separately.
Okay.
But dear listener, at some point we are going to try and call people and prank call people.
Okay, but not mean prank calls because I hate mean pranks.
No. Well, what's a fun prank call?
Hi, my name is Bob and I'm calling from I don't know why I went with Bob. Hi, my name's Cheryl and I'm calling from the best friend hotline.
We would like to do a survey on your best friend. You've been nominated for the Best Friend Award of the Year by insert name.
If we're just going to do it. Hi, this is Shirley calling from the best friend hotline. You've been nominated by Amanda.
Yes, exactly. See, now that's another callback. We're up to 2 callbacks.
Oh, yeah, true.
And you did both of them, so you get the award for most callbacks.
Oh my god. Thank you.
What's your speech? Who are you going to thank?
I want to thank my sketch writing teachers from Second City, Chicago. I want to thank it's childhood trauma. And I want to
I'm
thank.
playing you off.
Oh, fuck. The microphone has gone down into the stage.
Oh no, it's getting lower and lower. But joke's on them because you're kind of short.
True.
Do you identify as short?
Absolutely.
Do you feel tall though as a person? Because there are some short people who identify as tall.
I guess so, in the sense that I don't realize I'm short until I'm faced with trying to get something out of the cabinet.
Oh yeah. That's where, I mean, you do have a girlfriend that's taller than you, but I wouldn't say you have a tall girlfriend. I have a tall girlfriend, and it's very nifty.
Yeah.
She can reach stuff at the top, the tippy top cabinets like it's nothing. No tiptoes involved.
Right. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a
Because then,
beautiful thing.
do you ever and this is a very personal question, so I'm sorry to ask this on the air. But
Okay.
as a if you have a tall girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever look up to her and go, "Uppies"?
I have it, and I also think she would divorce me immediately if I said that to her. But that's amazing.
And by divorce you mean break up with you.
Yeah, but we call it divorce because it's
Because you guys are living together.
Yeah, and as two previous divorcees, it's just more fun to say divorce.
I mean, once you're living together, it does kind of feel like that anyway.
Yeah, once you're living together and stuff has to be separated, it's basically a divorce.
Yeah. But anyway. Wait, I didn't tell you we are going all over the place.
Well, that's what this podcast is.
It truly is.
The thing is, the podcast is just us on the phone, and
I know.
guys are listening. And I hope your drive is going well, and pay attention to the road. And aren't you glad that there isn't any video element so you don't have to feel like you're missing out?
Yeah. Exactly. And
you said you were going to tell me something, but also I was going to ask you, where are you recording this in your house? Because I just sit in one spot in my apartment or in my house, basically, and I do everything there.
Well, I was going to record it on the couch, but then Fiona came home and she's watching TV, and so now I'm in the bedroom.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to let her have some decompression time from the office.
Oh, that's nice. What a good girlfriend you
I know.
are.
I mean, I did give her a massage first, so.
Oh, wow. You really are a good girlfriend.
Well, she complained of some sore hamstrings because we've been lifting boxes of tiles from.
What? Where are you putting tiles?
We got outdoor tiles for our rooftop patio.
Oh, the IKEA ones?
They're basically the IKEA ones, but we got them from Wayfair.
Oh, okay. Did you get I saw that IKEA now has because the ones that I have are like a fake wood, but they also have gotten ones now that are like
fake grass,
kind of white.
Oh
no, we have some fake grass too. What did you get?
It's fake wood.
Oh, okay. And enough for the whole space? You have a big patio.
No, we're doing just that area. Not the area that it's like one half of the roof we're just doing where we're putting our big table.
Oh, sure.
And then the other half is going to be fake grass. That's going to be just like our seating and hangout area.
Oh my God, amazing. I can't wait to come over. It's feeling like summer, and that's going to feel even more like summer. And I feel like you and Fiona are going to be great hosts.
It's incredible. She's already done three of the 5 boxes.
Wow.
So
she just got home, and she's done so many tasks.
She's doing all these things, and respect, because I do the same thing. She's doing all these things to avoid doing the things she's supposed to be doing.
Oh, yeah. I have gotten so much done because I don't want to fill out this one random city tax form I've gotten. And I've literally done every piece of laundry in my house and reorganized cabinets.
Yeah.
Because I'm I don't want to.
Yeah. She's avoiding certain household things, but also is really excited to get it going upstairs because we have a planter up there. She's been tending to many vegetables and herbs for the last week.
Oh, you've got them going? Or we need to restart ours. We had some tomatoes and some peppers last year.
Yeah, we have she has tomatoes, a Japanese eggplant, a bunch of herbs.
Ooh, Japanese eggplant.
The strawberries were, as she said, a risk anyway, and they're getting a little burnt on our roof. So
a risk.
The leaves are getting burnt.
Are you the amount of vegetables that I eat now being with Christine, because she's so good about eating vegetables? I'm wow, this is going to add years to my life. Do you feel similarly with Fiona? Because she cooks a lot and eats pretty healthy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she does, thankfully. We do a good job of she cooks and I clean up after everything and put away the leftovers. Although she needs to remind herself to have vegetables sometimes too, so but she loves going to farmers markets. So it's
Interesting. What a dichotomy.
yeah.
Wait, what were you going to tell me?
Oh yeah. Oh, my fun fact.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
we're going all third callback. Now you're just bragging about this.
No,
And
okay.
is it a callback or is it just us having ADHD and then remembering what we were talking about 40 minutes ago?
I believe it's that. I was doing some research for my script, the 1940s one.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out because, sometimes you're doing research and you're like, I want to make a joke about douching in this 1940s script. But then you're like, is douching something they did back then? And then you're like, yes, it is. And it turns out that, first of all, if you Google 1940s douching ads, they're nuts.
What?
Because they're framed in this way of like, you might be the perfect wife, but you're neglecting one thing, feminine hygiene. And it's wild.
And it's about douching?
Yes.
Wow.
And the fun fact is, guess what they used? I mean, this isn't a weird, you could guess anything. They used to douche with a popular brand that we use today, Lysol.
No, wait. No.
Yes. In
Lysol?
fact, if you
They would just...
it also as it was like a feminine hygiene thing, but it also, because it's, chemicals, kind of acted as a birth control spermicide.
Oh my God. This is the most horrifying fun fact I've ever learned.
Right? Can you imagine? I mean, I've never personally
pure
never done that.
undiluted Lysol? What are we talking about? Lysol kills 99.9% of germs, which sponsor us Lysol if you want.
We'll talk about your history.
Yep. What the fuck?
I mean, I have to imagine it's a different formula now than it was back then, but it's still just wild because you're like, that's a floor cleaner.
Oh my God. I mean, I was going to say that's horrifying that people put that in their body, but then I'm thinking about when you said floor cleaner, I was thinking about how like Coca-Cola is actually a good cleaning product.
That, and then also used to contain cocaine.
Oh yeah, well I mean we wish, right? Am I right, ladies?
Let's go back.
You know what? Did people have less ADHD before because they were drinking Coke and it had cocaine in it, which was basically methamphetamine, which is what my Ritalin is?
Well, so it was kind of used, again, because this is research that I've done, but this time for my old Western script. But once they were able to produce in the 1800s, like liquid diluted cocaine, it became kind of a cure-all. It was for fatigue. It was for upset stomach. Like, they used pure cocaine for a lot of things.
Oh, that's like, I'm trying to think of what else they did that with. Is it, it's like ether. I think things like ether back in the day were just like barbiturates and like
ether
stuff that fucks you up.
Isn't ether like chloroform?
Oh, probably. Man, you could just fucking kill anyone back in the day. And then there wasn't the internet so that people couldn't find you.
Yeah. Pretty much.
What do you think the percentage of unsolved murders must have been sky high.
Yeah. I'm sure people were just like, they disappeared. They're probably
That's why
dead.
they needed to put in the 10 Commandments, "Thou shalt not murder," because they realized anyone could just do it.
Okay, but
so they had to be like, God can see, though.
Yeah, but you know what's wild?
What?
Is the and this might take a dark turn.
How dark?
The specific Christians.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen Christians online, argue against atheism by using the argument, but like, what's to make you to stop from killing people? And it's like, because I'm a basic, like, decent human being, I don't.
If I'm a human, I'm not a serial killer. I'm not
Yeah.
a psychopath.
And it's like, if the Bible is what's stopping you from killing people, I'm concerned.
Yeah, for real. For real. If you're like, well, I would, but the 10 Commandments.
But God's watching.
Oh my God. Yeah, what's to stop you from killing someone? Well, hopefully just like every fiber of your being.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully your conscience.
Oh my God. Although I don't understand because I don't have children, but like I understand taken, like imagine if someone took Honey, your dog,
Oh yeah,
what the lengths you would go
that's
to get retribution.
truly one of the reasons why I don't want to have kids.
Yeah,
Is
because you would have to get retribution.
Yeah, I feel like if anything happened to my child, I would be in jail because I would be that parent that jumps across the courtroom to get the killer or the rapist.
Oh yeah, me too. And I would have no shame about it.
Exactly.
Not a shame in the world.
And that's why I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be a parent.
Just a dog parent. Okay, here's the question. We're at 46 minutes, which is kind of what we want to be at, but like, is this enough?
We haven't talked about Pokemon or the WNBA.
Oh my God. Okay, we got to give a brief about both of them. So, what do you want to start with? WNBA or Pokemon?
Well, we went to see the home opener for the Lynx. I'm sorry, for the Sparks, but it was the Sparks versus the Lynx.
Mm-hmm. We
Um,
lost, but it wasn't a horrible
I
loss
I
like it
thought it was
has
going to be
been
much
before.
worse with Fee and Courtney Williams. Whew.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a bloodbath. Thank God Kayla McBride was not
Oh,
playing.
McBuckets.
McBuckets.
Yeah, but now that we have Kelsey Plum, the Sparks are looking stronger and stronger, baby.
They are. And then I learned that Kelsey Plum has her own line of cigars,
Correct.
which
And look,
both surprised me and didn't surprise me at all.
I am not someone who wants to talk publicly about real people's sexuality,
Yeah,
but also like,
it's pretty gay.
it's like, come on.
Yeah, someone's actions can be gay without us saying what their sexuality is.
I will say too, at the game, that was new, right? The like flex cam that they added so that we can see Kelsey Plum's flex.
I mean, as we should, her arms are insane.
Yeah, they were like, Kelsey Plum came on screen and was like flex cam, and then they panned to everybody in the audience flexing. But it was
Flexing, yeah,
like,
that was new.
I was like, yeah, I do want to see Kelsey Plum flex more.
They got rid of the Leslie Jones fourth
which is
yeah.
Yeah, which is such a bummer.
I know.
But
Well,
Leslie
but
Jones
I
is
get
still
it.
there. She's a season ticket holder. She'll be at every game.
The thing is, I bet you with the Sparks like kind of losing and not doing great for those who don't know, the Sparks, we're talking about the Los Angeles Sparks, the women's basketball team for LA.
Mm-hmm.
With them not having had a great season, I bet you it was getting sad for Leslie Jones to come on in the fourth quarter and be like, I mean, I know it's a pre-recorded thing of her being like, everybody up, it's the fourth quarter, but like maybe she was like, is this what's making them lose?
Yeah. Sorry, I have the door closed and I just had to let Juniper in because I thought I heard Honey chasing her outside the door.
Welcome to cat ownership, where you just have to let your cat, like cats cannot be contained and they will not. If they want to go in somewhere, they will. And if they want to go out, we had to put weights by our bedroom door because Steve kept shutting himself into the bathroom.
Yeah, Juniper will scream. You might hear her at a closed door.
Oh, yeah. Scream. Like, cats are crazy. They have no... How are you finding being a cat owner now? Or a part-time cat owner?
It's good. Cats are wild.
Yeah. They're funny, huh?
They are. Oh, well, she's like... She was scratching to get in, and now she's scratching to get out.
That's what I'm saying. What they really don't like is being contained in any way, shape, or form.
I also think that there's a sense here of she doesn't like being excluded. She wants to know what's going on every room.
Yeah, that's why cats. That's where you get the phrase "the cool cat," and cool people have to be in the know.
And that's why they get wow, I cannot talk anymore. That's where they get the phrase curiosity killed the cat. What's the full phrase?
Oh, but satisfaction brought it back.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I was gonna say, "Cat got your tongue" because cat got your tongue.
Touche.
Touche. Yeah, so WNBA, I'm really excited. I loved Unrivaled, and I'm finding the WNBA a little bit hard of a transition to come back into.
Same.
But I love women's basketball. I wasn't really into sports until I became a man, and now I'm into sports, but only women's sports.
I wasn't really into sports until I started watching the U.S. Women's National Soccer team in 2019. And then I was like, oh, I do like watching sports if women are playing.
Exactly. Sports is also, I get the appeal of sports in that, especially with the loss of like appointment television, there's not many things that you can do and watch and experience live with like a collective group of people.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. Like we have a group chat. It's fun to just like talk about the score or whatever shot just happened. Like
I'm in a fantasy league for
and your
women's
fantasy league is
basketball.
just the Sparks, basically.
Yeah, most of my players are just the Sparks. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that this happened. And then Fiona was like, well, it's because you drafted from a bottom 4 team. It's like, oh.
Oh man, so funny.
But I will say, based on just what's going on in the WNBA right now, I'm gonna bring it up. And I know many people might not want to hear it, but I'm so fucking annoyed by Caitlin Clark fans.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry.
Wait, what's happening?
The racist Caitlin Clark fans.
There's racist Caitlin Clark fans?
Oh, are you not aware of this?
No, I'm not aware of the racist Caitlin Clark fans. What are they racist about? I mean, obviously, like, what? That there's, like, black people in the league or people of color in the league?
So they came out hard. First of all, I've seen somebody call them the CC clan.
Oh, yikes. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no, they're like people who are basically super racist, but then also using Caitlin Clark to hide behind while being racist.
You mean like because of the like Angel Reese whatchamacallit, like rivalry?
It started with that quote unquote rivalry, which I feel like people are pushing even though it doesn't really exist.
Oh, the W is definitely pushing it. Like the fact that their game, I think today, or was their first game against the Sky?
It was like a couple of days ago, because this is why this is all coming out.
Oh.
Because fucking Caitlin Clark was going for the ball, and it looked like if you hadn't seen Angel Reese's jersey get like stretched, it would have looked like they had just fallen together. But it kind of looked like at the end, Caitlin maybe pushed her.
Oh, yikes.
And so Angel Reese got up quickly, because when you get pushed down, you're probably going to go
back up again.
And you're going to go at that person, which happens a lot in the WNBA anyway. But yeah, apparently there's an investigation happening because there might have been some racial slurs thrown at Angel Reese after that happened.
From Caitlin Clark?
No, for the fans.
Oh,
from
my
people,
God. I was like...
No, sorry.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that sucks.
I know. It's something that I'm like, God, I fucking miss Unrivaled.
Yeah. Oh my God. Unrivaled was, you know what? It was interesting how, I mean, Caitlin Clark is obviously getting a lot of, and Paige Beckers are getting a lot of people's attention in the WNBA, which is good. But
yeah,
Unrivaled was just so friendly, and it was without Caitlin Clark because she was I think training. She looks super swole now.
Yeah.
So, but if you haven't watched Unrivaled, it was started by Nafisa Collier and
Brianna
Stewart from Liberty, and it's a 3-on-3 league, and it was made so that the women's basketball players wouldn't have to go abroad to keep playing during the off season, and they get paid more than they do in the W.
Yeah.
And they had this amazing training facility in Miami that had like maternity care and like babysitters and
Yeah.
like all the things that all these women would need. And it was incredible. It was such a fun vibe.
Yeah, and it was super supportive. Like, one of the things that I'm excited for, because so not to bring this back up, but some of the things that these specific fans will continuously yell about is they'll say how terrible of a player Angel Reese is, which is not true. But I will say that I'm so like used to seeing her in Unrivaled and knowing that she spent so much time over the summer training with Leslie. Oh my God, Lisa Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
That like I'm really excited because I know that Lisa Leslie worked with her on her layups and her like short game so that she could rebound and get it right back in. So she's gonna be so fucking solid this year. I'm so excited to see her play.
So many of them are, because of what Unrivaled was just like conditioning. Because
Yeah.
it's the 3-on-3. It was such a fast game. They were just running up and down the court incessantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, basketball's a fun sport to watch. I think it's a good sport to get into in the beginning because it's pretty obvious what the goal is, and it's very quick back and forth. Like baseball is a little bit harder to explain if you've never like comprehended it or really know what's going on. Basketball, it's like, did it go in the basket or did it not, you know?
Also, there are queer folks. So many queer storylines.
Oh, so many. And that's the best part about the W is like there's like ex-lovers and rivals and
yeah. You have your
teammates who have been on other teams.
You have like, and especially this year, because like last year you had Dejanay Carrington and Nalissa Smith who were on different teams, and this year they're playing on Dallas. Yeah, they're playing on Dallas together.
Did they date, or are they exes?
They were exes. I think. Okay, somebody can correct me on this. I know that Fiona would.
Yeah.
I know that people weren't sure if they were dating again because there's like an edit. There was a point in a game last year where Nalissa Smith picked Dejanay off of the floor.
Yes.
Picked her up, and everybody was like, oh, that was way more than like friendly. They were like, are they dating again?
Classic. Of course, a stadium full of lesbians will be like, what is happening? What was that?
What are those two women doing to each other? Isabel Harrison and Natasha Cloud are now playing on the Liberty together, and they're dating.
Oh, I feel like, would I want to play with my partner, or I want to play against them? Well, you'd want to play with them just because you'd be in the same city.
Exactly.
But, interesting. See, so watch the W, everybody. It's great. If you don't know where to watch games, there's like more and more sports bars that are playing women's sports, or the WNBA app it's only like $35 and you get access to the whole season.
Yeah, a W League Pass. They're putting a lot of games on Ion, which is like a free channel.
Yeah, which is great.
Streaming on Amazon Prime. I mean, come for the very skilled basketball. It's not your men's basketball where they're just doing layups and 3-pointers. The women
3-pointers.
Yeah, the women actually have to run plays. It's more about the strategy. So come for the
And they get chippy. They really go at it. It is not like polite at all.
Yeah. Come for the good basketball, stay for the lesbians. That's my pitch for the WNBA.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Great.
I'm sold.
Attention sharks. I would like this much investment.
Okay. Well, I think this is a great podcast. We have talked about so much.
Oh my
We'll
God,
have
we've
to save
covered so much.
Pokemon for another day because Lord knows I could talk about Pokemon forever.
There's just one episode dedicated completely to Pokemon.
I actually think we might need to so that people can just skip it if they're not Pokemon people because it's gonna get like I want to talk about like EX versus regular and
Oh
like
wow.
making new
Oh yeah.
decks. Yeah, I want to go in.
Okay, well, we should definitely. I mean, it's almost a new month, so there might be a new booster pack soon. And
Oh shit.
for those who don't know, we're actually talking about the Pokemon trading card game. That,
But Pocket, which
but
is a mobile version
yeah,
on your phone.
it's an app. It's a game. So far, I've gotten both Ash and my girlfriend super fucking addicted to it. So,
Oh, I
if you
literally wake up and immediately start playing and I go to sleep playing it,
if
like
you
until I can't close my eyes anymore. But I will say it has stopped me from being on Instagram endlessly, and for that I am very grateful.
I know, but you're still. I think the thing that is the downside for me is I'm still looking at my phone. I wish I could play it in person, but that's too much of an investment because
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, I
have my
get
cards
that
anymore.
in terms of like eyes and like, not like tech neck, like looking down at your phone. But I will say, in terms of like all the mental health aspects that I was really starting to think of like, do I need to get a dumb phone? Because my phone was just making me so sad. But it's like, no, social media is making my life
That's fair.
miserable.
It is like I mean we've talked about this as it is like playing chess. So you are kind of
Yes.
working out some sort of like some strategy, some you're problem solving.
Yeah, especially like that's when I'm testing a new deck, which I am right now. It's so fun because you're literally like, okay, what can I do to optimize this? What isn't working? You're thinking 3 or 4 moves ahead. It's
Yeah.
so fun. And as you can tell, we could talk about this endlessly, so I think we
Yeah,
will do a
let's
special episode on the phone, Pokemon.
while playing Pokemon on the phone.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, friends, you've been listening to On the Phone with Amanda and Ash. We hope you enjoyed. If
Um
you didn't, what
sorry.
should they do? Yeah, sorry.
I think that these folks who are listening should subscribe and if you want to hear us talk about something, let us know.
Yeah, I think there are comments now on like Spotify and stuff,
Really?
and you can, yeah, which is
I don't
cool.
use Spotify.
Yeah, that's a weird thing that we need to talk about. How
Of
Amanda is still just buying music on Apple Music.
I am supporting artists.
So am I, but like it's honestly bizarre to me that you don't use any streamer. It's not like you're using Apple Music. You're just buying like 3 albums and listening to them.
It's probably the most boomer thing that I do, but we can talk about
Yeah,
that
by
later.
far.
the
Well,
the sound of the cat means I need to go.
yeah, for everyone else who is living as if they were in this century, you can find us on Spotify, Apple, all the places,
That you
and leave
listen
us
to
a
podcasts.
comment.
Yeah, and leave us comments. Um, I would say tweet at us, but Twitter is not a thing that either of us have anymore, right?
Yeah, just find us and yell at us.
Yeah, just yell words at us. That'll be good.
Yeah,
That won't make us feel unsafe.
maybe we should start an Instagram so that people can, or like a Discord so people can say stuff. We'll talk about this next week live.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. You'll get firsthand at. Oh my God, can you hear Juniper?
Oh, I can. And
Okay.
my cat that starts screaming just came upstairs too, so this is probably a
Okay,
good.
yeah. You know what? Never mind. Never mind the logistics joke I was going to make. We should. The sound of the cats mean we need to go.
All right, which every lesbian knows it's time to go when the cat starts screaming.
Yeah,
Okay, well, thank you for listening. I don't remember how this. Do we just stop the recording, or it just when we end the call it stops?
we're going to stop the recording right now. Bye.
Woohoo! Bye.